I wish I could say I was more involved in the World Junior Hockey Championship right now, but I'm not. And we talked about it on the episode a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, it's just more of an afterthought more now than anything.
Why do you think that is?
I think it started with the pandemic, and then it continued on with a lot of the, we'll call them hurdles that Hockey Canada had to deal with. But I'll go back to the year 2005, I believe it was, if memory serves correct, when it was in Grand Forks, North Dakota. Mm-hmm. And they said out loud, if Canadians didn't come over the border from Winnipeg and southern Manitoba, we would not have broken even. And I think Canada is the driving force behind that tournament. And the fact that it's not exactly on the top of people's minds, which we talked about a couple of weeks ago, it's not exactly the conversation of like, oh, Boxing Day, here we go, can't wait for the opening game. I don't think it's as popular as it used to be, because I would say at least 50% of that audience has been Canadian in the past, and it started with the pandemic. I'm not saying it's all because of the scandals that Team Canada, Hockey Canada has had, but they've had a lot of things working against them.
Well, when I was a kid, I remember Christmas Day came around, Boxing Day is tomorrow, which means the World Juniors start. You go to the outdoor rink, you put on your favorite team's jersey,
right.
Obviously a Canadian jersey. The black jersey was the greatest Team Canada jersey of all time. I remember having that one and wearing it to the outdoor rinks. You're excited for the World Juniors. The next week can change. And now with, like you mentioned, the scandemic playing a big part and kind of killing the capacity. And then it seems like every single week there's a new scandal with Hockey Canada, with the current one with the five, with Hart, McLeod. I can't remember the other three guys' names, but
whatever.
Their careers are toast. But it seems like people just don't take it as seriously because they're kind of pissed off with what's been going on with the funds to cover the stuff up, and then all the
it comes down to association. People are just like, it's very triggering when it comes to the memory. It's like you mentioned Hockey Canada, and all those memories come up of recent past. So it's unfortunate because it really is a great tournament, and I know it was a tradition, and it still is for a lot of people. And I hope you enjoy it just as much as you used to. I hope I can get back to a point where I enjoy it as much as I used to. I'm just I don't know. I'm just not as involved. Maybe it's the fact that I have kids and, I have different priorities, and they're not exactly hockey kids. And that's not by accident. It's just they have other interests that we decided to explore with them. And instead of saying, you're playing hockey, you're a Canadian, you're going to get out there and skate, we just decided to say, hey, what do you want to do? Like, what kind of problems are you going to solve when you grow up? Let's work towards that.
When you solve a lot of problems financially by not having them in hockey.
Yeah, well, yeah, in this day and age, it's tough.
$400 a stick.
Hey, every Sunday, a new podcast goes up, but if you don't have time to watch the whole thing, there's clips everywhere and just segmented stuff on your favorite players. Go subscribe to Slang and the Biscuit. You can click these boxes because who doesn't like clicking boxes?